Hey, what's up everyone? James here, and today we are covering Autocracy Chapter 5, Ruins. I absolutely loved this chapter because it goes into a lot of the history of Cybertron. So the chapter opens with Orion and his team arriving at the Acropolis in Nyan's Rust Narrows, where according to their intel, Hot Rod has taken refuge. We learn through the Autobots' conversation that the Acropolis is an ancient building that was once the capital of ancient Cybertron, but has been abandoned for a long time. Ironhide thinks it could be a trap, and Silverbolt agrees. Silverbolt informs the other Autobots that Hot Rod is enhanced for speed and precision, but who enhanced him is unknown. Orion orders the bots into formation and heads into the Acropolis. After walking through the ruins, the Autobots are fired upon by Hot Rod, who says he's been waiting for them and wants to see if they can keep up. Ironhide replies, "Keep up with this punk," as he fires his heavy cannon at Hot Rod. I thought this moment was so awesome. Hot Rod changes into his alt form and leaves the area. The Autobots chase after him and enter into this huge hall that Bumblebee says he once saw in a holovid about the ancient halls of order that were supposedly the seat of power for the Knights of Cybertron. Hound mentions he remembers seeing that as well, and explains that the Knights were said to have watched over Cybertron before the Primes took power, ruling with wisdom and justice. Now what's very interesting is the Autobots look at the Knights of Cybertron as just myth and legend, wondering if they actually existed. It's very similar to our real-world Arthurian legends. Historians still to this day debate whether King Arthur actually existed or is just a Celtic mythological hero. Hound says if the walls could speak, maybe they would learn about who they are and how to live. Like these ruins, he often thinks that he and the people of Cybertron today are the Forsaken, as the world the Knights of Cybertron ruled, he believes had to be better than theirs. As Hound is being poetic, Ironhide points out an inscription on the ground that says, "True freedom exists when all are one." Now the phrase "when all are one," or often said as "till all are one," is a phrase embedded and often said throughout the Transformers mythology and legends. And basically what it means is all bots together are one when they shed their factional affiliations, or all are one when they all return to the Allspark of Primus, who is basically their god. After reading the inscription, Hound discovers plasma mines all around the chamber, but Prowse says none of them are armed, and if they were, it could have taken them out at any time. As the Autobots continue to traverse the ruins, they come across faint energy readings, and these energy readings lead them to eventually discovering a shrine in the shape of the Matrix of Leadership. Like the Knights of Cybertron, the Matrix is also regarded as myth and legend. According to Hound, the Matrix represents hope and peace, and that the Knights vow to protect it forever. But many bots today do not believe it existed. However, Prowl believes it exists and explains that it has been handed down to Primes for thousands of generations. In Ironhide's opinion though, this is all just propaganda to keep common bots in line, especially since Zeta doesn't seem to be a person who's powered by hope and life. Orion tells the group enough that Hot Rod is just using all this to bait and draw them in. However, Hound thinks that isn't the case because Hot Rod has had plenty of chances to take them out, but hasn't, and believes maybe Hot Rod is trying to show them something. Laserbeak, watching from the shadows as the Autobots traverse the ruins, is transmitting a live feed to Megatron at Kokular, the Decepticon base of operations. As Megatron praises Hot Rod for leading the Autobots on a clever chase, he tells Starscream it is a shame he did not recruit him. Remember that Starscream is one of the Decepticon recruiters. We saw him try to recruit Blur and Spotlight Blur. Whether he is a Decepticon or not, Starscream tells Megatron he will finish off the Autobots, something you have repeatedly failed to do. The fact that Megatron didn't immediately choke Starscream to death after he said that is strange to me. But anyways, Megatron's response shows why he is the leader of the Decepticons. He says, "As usual, you missed the point. Orion is about to see the truth, and when he does, all hell will break loose in Iacon." The Autobots finally reach the heart of the Acropolis and discover a room full of energon tanks. Suddenly, the doors behind them slam shut. The Autobots are ordered into defensive formation by Orion. Hot Rod approaches the Autobots, informing them that the tanks are highly volatile. He welcomes them into the heart of the Acropolis, saying once the shining center of the golden age of Cybertron, but now is a den of rust and suffering. Orion asks, "What's this all about?" Hot Rod replies, "Look around and tell me what you see." As the Autobots look around, they see so many bodies of bots drained of energon. Orion slowly realizes this is all Zeta's doing. Hot Rod tells Orion he has helped Zeta with his plans and explains that bots are dying and there are facilities like this all over Cybertron, that the government is bleeding the people dry and that's why the insurgency was formed, to fight back. Orion asks why show them this and not kill them. Hot Rod replies, because I believe you're different and not like your prime. Orion asks what makes you think that. Then Slinger enters the room, telling Orion they believe he's different because he called out the Senate on their corruption, and like the Knights of Cybertron, believes in justice. That Hot Rod brought him here to prove it. Hot Rod says, I won't resist. Arrest me or stand with us. It's your choice, Autobot. Make it count. Later we see Orion, Bumblebee, and Prowl out on the balcony of the Acropolis. They're discussing on what to do next. Bumblebee believes it's time they admit that the Decepticons aren't the real problem, and Prowl takes this as Bumblebee suggesting they join the Decepticons, but Bumblebee asks Orion what they should do, and Orion points out to them the fire on the horizon and says that's our future burning. We then see Zeta has already made his move. The Omega Destructors are burning Nyan to the ground. As Orion watches this, he says, we're all out of choices now. And that's the end of Autocracy Chapter 5. Be on the lookout for Chapter 6, Purge, where this story becomes insane. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And if you like Transformers content, check out my video on Transformers Last Prime right here, or check out my Transformers Shatterglass playlist. Other than that, have a fantastic day, take care, and always remember every day to go beyond. See you later, Beyonders.